We're gonna make this today. Isn't it cute? Hello, snail mailers. This is Angie. As I promised, I'm doing a video on how to make a infinity card, or as some call them, never-ending cards. Before we get started, I wanted to give you a rundown of the supplies that you need. I use a paper trimmer, and I use the Martha Stewart scoreboard, but I know there's a bunch of others out there, but you're going to want to use the scoreboard for sure on this project. Then I've cut the papers out, and what I did was I bought this paper pack from Hobby Lobby when they were on sale. I picked it up on sale, I mean, and I really loved the different color combinations. So you can pick any color paper you want. A lot of people recommend that you do the base in a very heavy cardstock that's solid, and then you can embellish it however way on top. And I actually do recommend that you do that. You use a really strong hard paper because you want it to be stiff. But I wanted to play around with this paper because it has two sides, and wanted to see how this would look when we're done. Then you do 4 3x6 inch, you do 8 2 3/4 inch square, and that's I did in solid green. And then if you want to do a square in the middle, then you can do a 2 1/2 inch square. So you just come down by 1/4 inch, and some people even go down to another, so you have 3 layers of squares, and that's what that is. You can go down a 1/4 inch. Then there are 8 1 1/4 inch squares, and some people do another square inside. I did not opt to do that because I'm going to use washi tape. And then you use 8 1 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch a rectangle, and this will go on a part of the card as well. So I had some extra strips, so I just cut them out, and I'm going to use these to embellish the inside of these strips. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with putting the card together. Okay, what we have to do is score at 1 1/2 and 4 1/2. So you have the scoreboard, you're laying it out lengthwise up to 6, then you go 1 1/2, and I always do twice, and then you go 4 1/2. And I always have to look because I just feel like I forget. And then what we do is we flip it over, and you do the same thing on the other side. You want it to create a nice hinge so that when you're done, you can really fold this nice. Okay? As I take the bone folder and I fold it. Burnish it is what they call it. The professionals call it burnish, but I just smash it more. Anyway, I do it going in both directions because you want this to be a cooperative card. And if it's not properly bent and folded, then you're just going to have trouble. So anyway, so you do that to all of these. I'm not going to have you watch me do it. I'm going to go ahead and do them. So I'll put it on pause, and then we'll come back. And what we did was we just scored the 4 pieces, 3x6 pieces. What you have to do is lay them out, 2 of them horizontally, 2 of them vertically, just like this. If you have a standard tape runner, it's about 3 passes up makes an inch. And you'll notice I did some tape above, past the line, but that's okay. But I'm going to apply tape to all 4 sides, all 4 corners, I mean. Okay. And again, I'm using the lines on my marking board, on my mat, to kind of gauge where an inch is, but you can eyeball it. That's what I did here. Okay. Now I have so much washi tape because my friend Maya has sent me a million different samples, but I'm going to actually use my BTS washi tape just for our demonstration. And all you need to do is just put a little bit in the middle so it doesn't move. So I'm going to do that right now, just to not move. Okay. It's just to give it a little insurance. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just, you know, a card for your friend or daughter in my case, and she loves whatever I give her. All right, so then line it. Yes. Except the BTS, no BTS. Okay, so just line up the paper nice and straight. And see that? We can cut that off. It's not the end of the world. And then this side, oops, why is it not sticking? This side we stick down here. Again, this is not for YouTube to get lots of views. This is just to help you all out so you know how to make these fun cards. They're so much fun to make, but this part is a bit nerve-wracking because you gotta make it straight. As long as it's like that, it's fine. You don't want to make it go over, because if it does, it won't open straight. So I'm sorry. Let's just get that right up there, butt it up against there, and then you can lay down. We have glued down the sides. You'll notice it's not perfect because I'm not perfect, but that's okay. What we can do is clean that off in a little bit and get it perfect. But the first thing you're going to do is, going back to the front of the card, is you're going to open it so that it lays as flat as you can. So I already did this one, but what you're going to do is continue to fold, open up the rest of the folds. And then you just take your bone folder and burnish the edges so that they lay nice and flat. Okay. Now comes the really fun part where you can decorate it. So I'm not going to show you that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it, and then I'll come back and show it to you finished. Wait, does it like, I forget how I did that. Yeah, that way. No. I forget how I just did it. Okay, just keep going like this. Oh, it was like that. Okay, so it was like that. You can, yeah, I did it wrong. I broke the, I did it wrong, so you have to, okay, ready? It just keeps going and going to infinity.
Oh, those gummies smell really good.
Hey!
I'm gonna seal them up so that...
That was my video you just said that in.
What?
You just said, those gummies are really good.
I didn't
That's another blooper.
I didn't even know you were doing a video.